Yes. Welcome to Rope's podcast for our next life journey. Today we'll be speaking with Miss Lorna, this beautiful lady from Bristol. Very colorful and nice.
Lorna, the angel.
Okay. Anyway, Miss Lorna Miles, aka Lorna Angel, CEO, director, promoter. You were born in Westmoreland.
Correct.
Jamaica.
That correct.
You now reside in Bristol.
UK.
Lorna, you're the founder of Miles Ahead Promotion now / entertainment.
Correct, that's correct.
Okay. Welcome to Rope's podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me actually. It's a pleasure to be here and I'm really honored.
Okay. How far are you coming from?
Bristol is like almost 3 hours, roughly 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, Bristol.
Okay. So how do you find London?
Well, I used to live in London actually before I moved to Bristol. And because my brother resides in London, I always going back and forth and my nieces and nephews. Okay. So I'm kind of used to the traveling back and forth to and from.
Okay. All right. We're almost coming out of lockdown now. We've been locked down for 1 year and 6 months. And so the people are starting to smile again and everybody ready to go back outside. How do you feel personally?
I'm overwhelmed. I'm kind of a person that is always quarantined, but I used to be very concerned about the kids and the playground, that they haven't got any physical activities and they're locked down. My main concern was about the kids. But now I'm happy to see them running around in the playground and having fun and enjoying themselves.
Okay, it's just a couple more weeks and we're all over the place again and try to get back up to some form of normality, and which maybe depends what we call normality now. Right,
because I don't think, to be quite honest, I don't think things will ever go back. Things won't go back the same. There will be a few changes, to be quite honest.
Okay. As we say, you were born in Westmoreland. How is Westmoreland?
Westmoreland is great. Great. If I could relive my childhood, I would definitely want to grow up in nice small little town called George's Plain, Westmoreland. It's just fun to, grow up in that surrounding. When you're younger, in my time, everyone was just free spirit and less crime, and we grew up in church. I was brought up in church, to be quite honest. I'm a church girl.
Yeah, Westmoreland is kind of touristy and farming and things, but it's getting a little bit out of hand at the moment. But
you got Negril, where the sun sets, and the beach, 7 miles of white sands, and it's a party area, party scene. You get that party vibes.
Okay. All right, tell us about your family growing up in Negril, in Westmoreland.
Westmoreland, George's Plain. Okay. We were like a few minutes from Savlamar, which is the capital of Westmoreland. Growing up, I've got between my mom and dad, right? My dad got 4 girls before he met my mom, and my mom had 2 kids before she met my dad. But between the both of them, she had 4 boys and 1 girl. 4 boys between my mom and dad and 1 girl. That's me. Okay. So, my siblings, we were always told to support each other. And, we play a lot. And Westmoreland is just nice. The family get together, especially Christmas. Christmas time is always lovely, and church trips. And it was nice growing up in Westmoreland. Okay. Very nice.
Okay. Tell me about your school days.
Oh, my school days, okay. I went to George's Plain Primary School. I went to Frome Technical High School. And then I went to Kingston to study. I took a break from Frome Technical High. Okay. And then I went to Kingston to further my education.
So when you say you go to Kingston, what territory was that? Was it a community college or?
Okay, basically I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Maybe you have that question to ask me. But the reason why I took time out, I was a teenage mother of 2 boys.
You was bad.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't bad. I was a church girl, but you know, like, you know, you get influenced by your friends and things happen. And after having my 2 kids, my brother decided, my deceased big brother, that is, he decided, I won't have it. You need education is the key, and it's very important. So he came and he took me to Kingston, and I went to a few colleges up there. Okay. I did like college morning, noon, and evening. So I went to, first I went to Fitzgerald Business College. That is in Kingston, just Cargill Avenue, I think, somewhere down there. And then I went to Milady School of Fashion Designing. I went to Hollywood School of Fashion Designing. I went to Ligony High School. I even used to share a calculator with Charlie Chaplin at Ligony High School. It's like further education evening class. And then I was too advanced for that. My brother was to enroll me in School of Art, Science and Technology, which is called CAST.
Okay. Okay, so you're doing well for yourself.
That's Jamaica, though.
That's Jamaica. We don't reach to England. Your brother said you don't mind I ask you, how old were you when you get pregnant the first time?
I was very young. Suppose I leave it at this. I was very, very young. I was a very, very young teenager.
Listeners, you determine that. Right? Very, very young. Things happen. It's life.
If I should tell you, it would be my first ever time mention it, and I don't know how it would affect my 2 sons. So I just...
No, your 2 sons, I know your 2 sons. They're okay, they're doing well for themselves. So, but you know what, as we say on this program, we say we want black people to level up. And we want people to tell their story as it is.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's your story. And always tell your story so you can help somebody else. And this is what we do around and Ropes Podcast. We tell stories so we can steer people away from teenager pregnancy and all the mistakes they make when they're young. And so people like you who make it in life, who you make a few pitfalls, but you have a good family structure that make you correct the wrong, and then you move forward. Yes.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. Reason being, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you how old I was, because I've got teenage granddaughters, and sometimes they corner me in the kitchen, in the passage. Nan, why did you get pregnant at so young? I was 14 when I had my first son, and 16 when I have my second son. So I was too young. And that kind of, because of that, I'm more strict with my granddaughters, because I don't want them to make the same mistake as me.
That's good. That's very good of you, because, but you know what? You won't be the first, but hope you're the last in this time right now. Because girls are getting more smarter now anyway. And they are studying, they're not depending on no one, they're moving forward. But let's go back to the program. Okay, you was doing well in Jamaica, despite your struggle, but you have a good family structure. Okay? All right. You was part of Ralph Oldness production.
Yes.
Tell us something a bit about that.
Okay, what happened is, after leaving school, college, graduate and everything, I started to do my own business, like set up my own business in my own house. So one day I went down to the Gleaner Company to put an advert in the paper. And I saw this man, this tall man, and he introduced himself to me as Ralph Oldness. He said, you know something? I'm looking for a lawyer to play in a play called Scandal Part 2, and you look like you would fit the position. He said, this is my address. Please, this is my number. And he took my number. And by the time I get home from the Gleaner Company, he rang me. And then he invited me for an audition. And when I went, I said to my friend, my friend accompanied me there. I was like put off by the crowd that I saw. And I think, I'm not staying, I'm going. And she said, you never know. And I ended up getting the part. And I played, with Ralph Oldness, I played 3 roles. I'm going to give you a joke about the other one. As a lawyer down Stancock, I was representing a young lady that her dad molested her. And it was hilarious. You know, plays, we were based at Regal Theatre out by Crossroad. Then I played another character. It was when Ralph Fiennes asked the director to select me to play the character, the director, Mr. Roach, was like, hey, I want to see what she can do if she's flexible. Because coming from playing a posh lawyer to play one dirty girl with Granny Icy don't like, I am going to see how she's going to cope. I did my research and I get help from... I did my research and I get help because I was like, coming from the country, going up into the upper part of Kingston to live is like, you know, your friends, your neighbors are like, they're not Dorothy, to be quite honest. So I know I need help to play this role. And I did get it because I'm smart. And yes, it took me about 2 weeks.
So what did the dirty girl have to do?
That dirty girl, oh my God. That dirty girl, Dorothy, she just horrible. That's Granny Icy grandson, girlfriend. Granny Icy hates her. He don't like her, but you see, once Dorothy step in the house, she run things.
Okay. Do you ever play a role and then you walk on the street to see exactly the person you're playing that role?
Of course. You know what I did to get the Dorothy part? Listen, me, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry if anybody recognized my face back in the days when I was on Ralph Fiennes production. But to play Granny Icy, Dorothy role, I had to go downtown shopping, and I deliberately mess with the vendors, with the Higgler stuff, and don't pay for it. And she would, hey lady, if you not buy it, stop touch up me thing them now, and go on about your business. I said, that one of them, I go to the next one. I did the same thing. And the dragging word, because, you know, Kingstonian have this, how they talk. And it's like, you know, I went back, because between Ralph Fiennes and Mr. Roach, they were fighting for me to play this role. Mr. Roach just think I cannot do it. And Ralph Fiennes said he wants me to do it. So I go into town, and I did my research, and I end up getting the part.
Okay.
Then, I always watch under my nose. I play one show at the theater that night. Hi Princess Canberra, if you've seen me. She's the main Cassie, but she was late that evening and the theater was full. But Ralph Fiennes, he got me to understudy her. And he's a very spiteful man still, to be quite honest. So oh my God. I was dying for that first show to finish so that I can come out of the costume and give it to Princess, because, you know, ad-libs, I played, you know, Mars Joe, Dean McDonald, he played the main character. And then you have Steve Liston, who is now Apostle in America, he played Bruno. And then Donald McDonald played Matthew, right? So me play Cassie, pad up and look like Cassie. But you know what? Although I was supposed to be understudying her, most of the weekends we go to the theater, we just hang out, chit-chat and not listening and whatever. I couldn't remember some of the lines. They had to be ad-lipping, and I have to be watching the movements and listen to what they say. I'm telling you, they ad-lip on me that night, and the theater everyone was in laughter because they find it funny not knowing.
Yeah, because you think that your purpose, you're not, yeah.
They found it funny not knowing that
you was missing the line.
I was missing the lines, and then we'll just throw a punchline, and then I remember. So like I was supposed to take off something off stage before I went off stage, and Dane McDonald said, hey, so Cassie, you're going to see now, you keep forgetting things. But,
so improvise.
Yes. So when he said that, no, I was still, he pulled me back. He said, Cassie, turn around when me a chat to you. You're going to see now, you keep forgetting things. And then I think, oh yeah, I need to bring that with me. You know, so they help you, you know, ad-lib and remind you about your lines.
Okay.
That was the only show that I didn't study properly, the Cassie part.
So you was doing well in Jamaica then?
Yes.
You was doing well.
Yes.
So what brought you to England?
Okay, I was studying, and after studying, my big brother that deceased promised me that if I did well, if I make him proud, then he will give me a trip to either America or England. But after taking it into consideration, I didn't have much family in America all my siblings, most of my siblings were based in the UK. So my brother, Shined, Franklin Miles, aka Shined, he came to Jamaica with his family, with his young family, and spent some time with us both. And Bramwell is still being that protective brother. He's so glad that they're there. He decided that it would a good idea for me to take a trip with them when they're coming back to the UK, because he didn't want me to travel by myself. So I came back to the UK with my brother, and
the rest is history.
The rest is history. When I came to the UK, I was based in London.
Okay. Okay, so what was life like? As I say, what was life like coming to the UK? Was it shocking? Was it?
Yes, it was shocking. I'm not gonna lie. When the plane lands and I saw all this smoke coming out of this place, I thought it's factories. So I said to my brother,
everyone took the same.
Yeah, I said to my brother, we're in the wrong direction. The plane landed at the wrong place because this is factory. But he explained to me that those are chimneys with smoke coming out of people's houses. Mm-hmm. And it was all right. I spent some time in London, a lot of time with my brother, and that's Shined, aka Franklin Miles. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we spent some time there, and it was cold. My brother was even laughing at me. He said I came to the UK the right time. Yeah. Because it was hot in Jamaica. So cool. Listen. Cool. And everything was a bit different. Going to the market, going to hearing the accent and the London Cockney accent, you know. This was before I went to Bristol, because every city got their own accent in it. So it was nice, it was cool. But when I came here, I was a size 10. And by the time I leave London to go to Bristol,
you was start to climb the pounds.
Yes, because there was this nice chicken shop in Shepherd's Wood called Red's Chicken. Mm-hmm. I used to go there daily. I just loved the Red's chicken and chips. Mm-hmm. And it was just nice. And then I find out that my clothes is getting a bit...
Now we know what fast food do.
Yes, yes, yes. Say no to GMO.
Okay, all right. You're in England now. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make an appearance in Casualty.
Yes, I do.
BBC One. Mm-hmm. So you were still taking yourself serious as an actress?
Yes. Before Casualty, I did 2 theatre in the UK. One with R.D. Anderson production and one with Devon Morgan. Mm-hmm. And then in Bristol, I don't know, for some reason, I went to the gym and someone just, came up to me and said, would you be interested in appearing on Casualty? It's going to be on a regular basis as an essay, And I think, supporting actress.
I know what this is. I'm a director.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I went and I signed up and they accepted me. And Casualty, I used to do it, shuffle it with my 9 to 5. When I know when I'm going in to do it, I would take the day off or 2 days off, etc. I did it for years. I'm still with them because I'm still on their books. They sent me email the other day for me to send fresh photograph, etc.
Okay.
So I was there and the agency rang me and said, Lorna, there's this movie. He said, and she started bootsing it up and said, MC Harvey's in this movie as well, would you be interested in just, as an extra? So me and 2 other English girls went up because it was just outside Cardiff, a place called Penart, outside Cardiff. And we went up there. We were booked for that day. And then everybody was getting excited. People on the phone. Harvey was in Cardiff Centre. I don't know, maybe having at the bar or club or something. Harvey, Lorna, come quick. No, she is Harvey. And I think, what the excitement for? So we were there.
You know what's the excitement.
You
just feel good at head swell and people come shouting your name.
Yeah, And then we were excited, all 3 girls, all of us, that, what happened to us? We were naughty. we went to the Morrison and we stock up with wine, Chardonnay wine, and we drink it. You know what the director and the producers did? They just let us sleep it off. We didn't go on set until about 3 a.m.
Wow.
Yes, because we were there drinking and just overwhelmed. You know, like, wow, we're in movies. And after that scene and etc., came back to Bristol, went back to Bristol, and then the agency rang me and said, Lorna, unfortunately, you're going to have to go back to Cardiff because the directors and all of them, they like you and they want you to act this other scene. And I said, just me alone? But I like, I like hanging out with the other two girls, so now I'm going to Cardiff by myself, with myself. So it was a talking part. If you Google or go onto YouTube and type in The Big I Am, and you will see the trailer come up where the man had on the goggles. It was a talking part, but guess what happened? I didn't have my equity card, so they had to cut out the talking. When the forensic are when you saw the guys in the room going on in the white suit, that's my voice you hear talking. But when the camera went on me, it's miming to the police officer, unfortunately.
Okay. That's okay. It's happened. It's show business.
Yes.
The producer and the director know what they want.
Yes.
And they will take what
they would have to pay me loads of money. Mm-hmm. Yes, and they didn't want me to, because if I did have my equity card, they could cut a deal with me. Mm-hmm. But because I didn't have it, I'm an essay, they had to do it how they did it.
Okay, that's understandable, but you still don't give up on acting?
No.
Okay. All right. You are the CEO of Miles Ahead Entertainment. Tell us what's your entertainment industry is about.
Okay, it's about music and stage shows. What happened is it was Miles Ahead promotion to begin with. Me and my big brother, Shined, aka Franklin Miles, we used to work as a team to put on loads of different events. We had the crowning of Rory from Stone Love in London here. Mm-hmm. We had the crowning of the boogeyman Barry G. We had the crowning of Josie Well. We had Richie Steven. Mighty Crown is the first year just before the pandemic. I consider myself a team. We haven't brought Mighty Crown to the UK every year actually. And we put on loads of different events, Bass Odyssey. And you have
the massive amount of big names.
Yes.
From Germany, all over the world.
That is in partnership with Shined.
Okay.
We both work on those promotions together, back to back.
Okay, all right. You're making your mark in the UK entertainment in male-dominated industry. How do you feel as a woman, because you don't have a lot of women who's taking on that dominance like how you're doing it? Is it because you have your brother you find it much easier to work?
You mean, are we still on promoting, not producing?
Are you still, what you're doing? Because
no,
it's a male-dominated world.
I know. And
then you as a woman, making your way in it.
I've got my team. You see, I've got my son who is a radio broadcaster, a selector, and he's a restaurant owner as well. I've got my other son who's a protection security officer. And, I've got my team. I've got my big brother, Shined, and I've got my other small brother who is my youngest brother. Is a family business. Is a part of the production, yes. So, I always turn to them for advice, and I always get support, especially from my son who is always doing all these, like promotion and promote and all these things. And, people, it's not just us. I don't only promote for Miles Ahead, You have promoters that book me worldwide, globally, to promote their events.
Okay.
I think they're like my graphic arts design, because I've got a software that I use to do.
Okay. All right. Your late brother, Cliff Bramwell, he was Dennis Brown manager.
For years, for many years.
Many years. Okay. Do you get any experience from him? Do you
Loads.
anything from him?
Loads.
Do you ever try to fill his boot?
I cannot, because guess what? We don't wear the same size shoes. We don't wear the same size shoes, and he's deceased. So, but what I do know, I learned a lot from him in the music fraternity, in the industry. You know, I learned a lot from him because he always, I know that I'm studying. When I was in Kingston, I was studying. I had to study because he's very strict with me, with my assignment, etc. But every year he would take me to Reggae Sunsplash.
Okay.
And everywhere Dennis Brown performed, me and Shined, I think that's why both of us are, it's like a little legacy thing, you know?
Keep the legacy.
We always go, I've never left the country, Jamaica, with them on tour, but they're not leaving me. I'm always with them when Dennis is performing in Jamaica. And we were like family as well. What he taught me, again, in the music business, if you're working alongside an artist, treat that artist like a family, and treat that artist how you would like to be treated or how you would like to see your family treated. So you just have to treat, you know, show love, always there to support, give advice, take advice as well, and all these things.
So you learn a lot of stuff from him.
I learned a lot.
Okay, that's good. Okay, you also run your own booking agents where people will book artists from around the world through your company.
Yes, I start the booking agent, for example, even if you're an artist and you're looking for dancers, for people to feature in your music video and you contact me, I can provide that.
Okay.
And if an artist, I used to have other artists that just on my books, whereas I would book them onto events, if big events, big artists are coming up, you know, big names. I try, and you know, as an agent, to get them onto those shows. Okay.
All right, let's go for a break. When we come up after the break, we will talk about your show that is cancelled with TJ and Spice. We go on and talk
about producing it.
Yeah, about producing and everything.
Okay.
So let's go for a break.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ropes' podcast. You're here with your girl, Kadian Paris, also known as Virtuous Go-Getter. Stay true, stay locked, and remember, generational wealth.
Welcome back. We're here with the angel.
Lorna,
Lorna, the angel.
Right.
She's still the angel, yeah? Still beautiful as ever. Lorna. After you was promoting an event with Spice and TJ, but it got cancelled because of the corona.
It get postponed because of the corona pandemic.
Like everyone else, you start to think outside of the box.
Yes.
Okay, and you start to think about ideas start to come to you.
Yes.
And you get encouragement from other people around you.
Yes.
And you take on the promotion.
Wow, producing.
You're producing.
Wow. I'm telling you, you know why? Because I'm so used to having things to promote, and there was nothing to promote. The place is under lockdown, pandemic is on us, it's scary, it's, you know what I mean? So these ideas came up to me, and I remember a lot of people, especially two DJs, Kevin King Kenny in Germany from Connection Radio, they're always encouraging me. One night, and it hits me. We were reasoning on the phone while, you know, Kenny were waiting on his train to go back to Hanover from where he just did the show. And he said to me, Lorna, you know that this was before the pandemic, you know. He said, Lorna, if you put a label out there, it will work, you know, because you're so big influence in the music business and everyone knows you and you are promote for that and you're managing artists, you have, because at one point I started managing artists, you know. And so it hits me now, and I think, you know something, like how we haven't got, the places under lockdown now, and we haven't got anything to promote, and our show, the big show with Spice and TJ, got postponed. I can do some online work, so maybe doing producing is a good idea because you don't need a venue to do producing. All you need is your laptop, your computer, and your rhythms. So what happened now, this is what happened, and in the group, I run a WhatsApp group, right? So in the group, the first person that did ask, the first person asked me was one of Magnum Kings and Queen ex-contestant that is actually in my group, Fury. She's a female. And then Liquor Lenny, after I add the group, Liquor Lenny asked me can you add this guy to the group? I said, and I checked through, got his name, and I said to Liquor Lenny, he's already added to the group. Then the guy started to promote himself, because that's what the group is there for artists and promoters and engineer and everybody to promote themselves in the group, so people will know what you do and what you do, what materials, promote their materials. And then when he puts up that he's an engineer and he makes beats, I contacted him, and the rest was history.
Wow.
The rest was history. I got 2-3 beats off him. He's based in Zimbabwe, I have to say. He's an African. He's based in Zimbabwe, Cocoa Beats. Big up yourself if you're watching this. And I bought 3 rhythm from him, and I start sending it around now, because I still getting like advice, from producers, people in the music, because I've never produced before. So now I want to know what next. Pick up the phone, yes, send it to artists. The first artist I sent the rhythm to was Liquor Lenny.
Wow.
And then Liquor KIRK. And the rest is history.
Okay.
I end up with an album with 10 artists on it and 8 tracks.
Okay. Last year you made your production debut by releasing your first album titled Atlantic Buzz. Features of various artists. Tell us about the production. Tell us some more about the production.
Of course, I'm going to tell you about the production. Basically, I have to say this, all tracks on my album were mixed and mastered in Jamaica. I've got 3 UK artists on it and 7 Jamaicans. Well, they're all Jamaican, but based in, in the UK. And I've got a publishing administrator who does the uploading and all these things. I purchased the rhythm. I select. To be quite honest, I felt bad, but some of the songs, I had to be very selective. So some didn't make it to the album, to be quite honest, unfortunately. But you never know, I'll revisit those it's business. And when you're marketing something, you have to put something out there that that will sell. You know what I mean? If it's not marketable, I don't work with it. Whether it's promotion or producing. And so, Liquor Lenny and Liquor KIRK were the first 2 artists to voice on it.
It's Liquor Lenny, baby. Say me love it when you rotate your body, girl. Give me the slimmy them, me love the fatty girl. Nice and clean, take care of your body, girl. Walk out and shake up your body, girl. Put up a shape and put up a style, the skin no cracky, girl. No girl can't say your money. You wine to the drum of the bass, girl. You know slacky then. I know every man can pick you up, girl. Give me the same wine that you gave me last night. Give me the same vibe.
And that was a major start. And then Ras Charmer is on the album as well. He's based in London.
He's very good.
So, oh my God, Ras Charmer is he's good. He's talented. He knows what he's doing. He knows his music, and he knows what he's doing.
Ras Charmer, you stay tuned. Ras Charmer will be on this platform.
Okay, I can't wait to see Ras Charmer.
All right. The first single of the album is by Liquor Lenny and Liquor KIRK, as you say, named Same Wine. Tell us about that link up with Liquor Lenny, because he was retired for almost 2 decades. For you to take him out of retirement and even shoot a video with him.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that I was excited, to be quite honest, because when I sent alright, this is how I get to link up with Liquor Lenny. My brother Shinehead was putting on an event in the UK here, and both my team and other people in the music fraternity, they call me the human directory. So now my brother wants to book Lenny and KIRK on his show. It was supposed to be a huge event in the park, a reggae thing. And my brother called me and said, can you get me Lenny number? And I think they always do that because they know I know how to get people's number. So I messaged Lenny, he sent his number, I explained to him who I am. And then he realized that, hang on a minute, that's Bromwell's sister. And Bromwell and Lenny and Dennis Brown, they were on this Reggae Sunsplash tour for like 3 months. So I forwarded the number to my brother, and then I forwarded the rhythm to Lenny and KIRK, and I said to my brother to have a word with both of them because they're coming up to the UK. It would be nice if they have something fresh.
But before you talk about the fresh, there's a clip I saw with Little Lenny and Dennis Brown.
And Maxi Priest and Shinehead from America.
This was on the Letterman?
David Letterman show.
Letterman show.
Yes.
And that was your brother production.
No, it was okay. I tell you what it was. They were on Sunsplash tour. Dennis Brown got invited to the David Letterman show, and he was allowed to bring 3 people.
Okay.
So what happened? He picked Maxi Priest, Shinehead, and both him and my brother Cliff Bramwell picked Little Lenny.
Okay.
And
chance.
And it was a nice show, nice event. I like the song choices, and I just like the teamwork with them.
It was really refreshing because even looking at it now, it look refreshing.
Yes.
It looked fresh. And to see Dennis Brown, Little Lenny was doing his style, Dennis Brown was jumping up and
Shinehead was doing his thing, Maxi Priest.
You can see that he was the young artist at that time, and they were working with him and pushing it.
Yes.
But you don't see that kind of love in the dancehall industry no. What do you think is the cause of that?
I think it's because everyone is trying to outsmart each other. But I'm going to talk the truth. Male needs to give female in the industry more support. We need support. We need it. You know, because it's a male-dominated industry, I stepped in. Sometimes, you know, I stagger. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where is the support from the male?
Yeah, but you got Spice doing their thing, Chensey is doing their thing. They're both going on for Queen of the Dancehall right now. And few more lady artists doing their thing. So they come far away and they're getting a look in. We got a few lady artists that's doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
You understand? But what do you think about the context of the lyrics them nowadays?
I think it's okay for like adult events, right? That's why I think, if you notice, all of the tracks, I've got about 3 explicit songs on my album, but I've got the radio-friendly one, the edited one. But the lyrics nowadays, I think they can tame it down a bit, you know? But music is music, and we are entertaining different generations.
Okay, all right. To pull Little Lenny out, it's a nice song. I like the video, I like the way it shoot, I like the message behind it. And which man won't like that message?
I know, and that song was shot by the famous Nadia Rose.
She's a good director.
Yeah.
And I love it. But what I'm saying, that video is out for like a month now.
Yes.
And it only have 559 views. So do you think that Little Lenny take too long to connect back with his fans? With his core fans? Are he trying to chop into a new market with a new sound? And his audience is in their 50s, but he's trying to appeal to a younger generation. Do you think that is a little bit?
No, that is not the case. I think what happened, we're living in the UK here. The artists, they're living in Jamaica.
I'm just going by
the views, it's true.
The stats.
Yes. The artists are living in Jamaica. However, if it wasn't for the curfew in Jamaica, the artists, they would get more time to promote the song and to do shows, etc.
If I should compare it to a Skilly Bang, if they put out a single today,
by tomorrow
you will see 300,000 views or...
Yes, that is true, but
that's why I'm asking.
I think you're right. Little Lenny is just coming back on the scene.
Little Lenny is a better DJ than all of them.
Of course, he's a foundation setter. He set the trend.
He's coming from for all the people
Shocking Vibes,
Gun in a Buggy and all those songs, and he coming from Shocking Vibes, and he was the guy before Buju and all those guys. So before even Beanie Man, Little Lenny was the guy.
Yes.
But he's coming back. Give him time to
I think it's the rhythm that little Lenny always telling his interviewers that I draw him out. I think it's that rhythm, you know. The rhythm is so nice. It got a beat to it. That rhythm could win a sound clash without any artist on it. The guest rhythm. And that is the rhythm where the album is on.
I guess you have to keep that Zimbabwe.
Oh my God, yes. Close. I've been getting loads of texts on my way here to the studio.
Okay. How much do you understand the business aspect of production?
You know, it's a learning process. I'm still learning, but I get to learn a lot. You know what I mean? Marketing is very important. And that is why I hire a PR person. Because I'm not in the undergrounds of Jamaica, so I'm in the UK. And for my voices to be heard, I've got somebody who have got what you call it? Thing to echo it.
So why Jamaica? Because in Europe and USA and Canada is the big market where Jamaican artists reaching out to. So as a producer, why are you reaching out to the Jamaican market? Okay,
it's not just the Jamaican market. When you're marketing, you have to target people in Europe, people in the UK, people in America, people in Jamaica globally. You have to target those kind. If it wasn't for this interview, because I've got loads of meetings where the album and the video is concerned, I'm still processing, targeting people to go and visit that video. Because you're correct, you're absolutely right. It needs to be seen by loads more people globally.
It's a lovely video. It's a love. Okay, you work in the NHS for 20 years. At the University Hospital in Bristol, your main title training administrator. How do you fit your work and running your business at the same time, and you all over the place doing promotion, production, and?
It's because I'm a workaholic, but I work different. I worked at the University Hospital Bristol for 12 years. I was at the doctor's surgery 12 years as a training administrator. I was at the doctor's surgery for a few years as a medical receptionist. I was also at French Hospital as a clerical officer working in different departments and the bank. But when I go to, those were the bank at the time. When I go to start working at the University Hospital Bristol, my hours were cut, so I have time on my hands to do my promotions.
Okay, and now the place is gonna get busy now. More promotion gonna happen. How are you gonna fit that in?
I always do. I'm a multitasker. I'm flexible, and I'm very hardworking.
Okay, you got 2 sons.
Yes, correct.
And loads of grandkids.
I'm happy and proud to say I've got 29 grandkids. And I love
29?
29.
Divide it in 2.
No, and I tell you, to be quite honest, my youngest son, he has got more kids than DJ Dr. Flex. DJ Dr. Flex got 10, and my other son got about 17, 18, 19. I'm confused.
Tell him to stop now.
I've been telling that from they had the first 4, and I think that's why people always typecast me and saying I love those 4 more. Not really, but I thought those were my only 4 grandkids. And I'm happy to say my oldest grandson is a Cambridge University student, and my youngest grandson plays for Chelsea football.
That's good.
And the girls are doing well, because if I was having this interview, you see how nicely my face is beat up and looking nice. No, my niece did that, Shiny daughter, but if I was in Bristol, it would be beat up by my own granddaughter.
Wow.
So, you know, they're flexible.
Pampa grandma.
Yes, they do.
Okay. How would you describe the landscape of the dancehall right now?
Well, I just think with what's going on, the pandemic, it has affected the entertainment side of the business. And I think that in the dancehall as well, I would like to see, not because I'm a producer, I would like to see the DJs, the selectors, endorse artists' material more.
Okay. Right.
Are you happy with that one?
Yeah, I'm happy with everything.
I would like to see, honestly, don't adopt the Jamaica principle where you have to pay a DJ to play a song, you have to play a DJ. No, don't do that. If you like the song, because remember, you know, if the producer do not send the song to the selectors and the radio station, they would have to download that and purchase it themselves. That would cost them money. So if a producer sends you an album, you know, and I think that's what happened with The Same Wine. I sent it to loads of radio stations and it was getting a lot of attention globally, and you know, I had to run with what they, you understand? Okay. But in the dancehall as well, first of all, they need to stop fight too. You know, we don't like, you say no to violence in the dancehall. If you're drinking, well, I am going to tell people this, do not, I'm speaking from experience as well, to be quite honest. I'm not saying, oh no, that never happened. Anytime you're doing something and you cannot control that thing, leave it alone.
Okay.
So, you know.
Dancehall always come with fashion, hype, and flossing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And girls.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about the UK dancehall scene? Do you think that we still have the fashion, the hype, and the flossing? Lock?
I don't know about the hype, you know, to be quite honest. I know the fashion is there, definitely. Because trust me, our girls in the entertainment side, in the dancehall, can put I'm not gonna say our or them, we. You know, I have to include myself because I do support a lot of parties, and trust me, you know, we well polish, our nails get done, our hair is intact and fleek, and the fashion is okay. Although mostly, you just came up with a valid question, because everyone it's not like before. It's like the fashion changes, isn't it?
Fashion always changes. When it comes to England, fashion never stays.
The fashion changes.
Always change.
It's people don't wear heels to dance anymore. Although that's a bit.
What they do, they wear the heels in, and then
get the video light and the picture.
The first touch, the first picture, and then they kick it off.
Yes, and then they kick it off. And the question was fashion, flossing. People do still floss in at event in dancehall, of course. But I don't know after the pandemic how it's gonna the flossing thing is gonna go, because it's the pandemic and I don't know how the money. No one have any money to floss.
Okay.
So, you know, if they're gonna, I would love them to floss, because I hire buckets, champagne buckets.
Okay. All right, this is the next one for you. As a producer, how do you see the UK artists them pushing through right now?
I'm going to be honest with you, and I mean, I'm just going to speak my mind, to be quite honest. There's some very talented artists in the UK, but they need to spend the money on themselves. Yeah, that's what I said. Get a PR, get someone who's going to put you out there, market your material for you. If you're in the UK, no one knows you. You have to be pushing, working hard.
So they're not making no nice.
They're not making any nice. And if you need a PR, come and see me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's a savvy. She's a social media savvy. So come and see her.
Yes.
See the angel.
Yes, Lorna Da. Because remember, we have the angel, so mine is Da. D-A. Yes.
So you have the angel and the angel.
That angel is me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Come and see me. I can get your career out there. I'm a counselor as well in the dancehall fraternity, so come and see me.
Okay, what advice would you give to a female producer, promoter who want to make it in the UK right now?
Okay, to be quite honest, you know what? I would love to be an ambassador in an organization where female producers and promoters want to make their mark on the scene, because I would love to see more of us, to be quite honest. More of us, because I'm brave, but I'm doing it. And I would tell them it's good to take advice from, you know, senior producers, you know, producers who has been in the business for a long time. You can even get advice from artists, because even now I get advice from artists, I get advice from my veteran artists and from young artists who is in the producing side of things themselves.
Okay. So, do you see yourself as a leader?
Right now, to be quite honest, of course, because I'm the only one. I don't know. I'm not going to say Shawty haven't got any choice in Jamaica, to be quite honest. She haven't got any choice. She had to produce her music. You know, we got shot by music. But right now, of course, I am a leader because I'm the only one. So I'm going to lead and people will follow me. I'm guarantee you by the end of this year, you're going to see more female producers.
Okay. Where do you see Miles ahead in the next 3 years?
In the next 3 years? Well, Miles ahead is about... Miles ahead is well established and it's out there for years. And in the next 3 years, we're going to have merchandise included as well in our music, and booking agent and managing, artist management and all these things. So Miles ahead, it's going to be miles ahead. Thank you very much. Miles ahead is going to be miles ahead.
Have you ever thinking of doing an all-female show in the UK?
Oh my God, you know what? No, honestly, I'm going to put, sometimes I have to put like a humor in the thing as well. If you watch, go back on my Facebook, you will see Facebook popped up your memory. That was just when I came back from Jamaica when the Aishana song was popping. We're not advertising equal. Yes, of course, yeah, But you will see what I said. I was playing the Aishana Equal Rights and Justice, and I was saying in my live video that it would be nice to have a lot of females. You know what I would like to see? Female selectors, female sound personnel, more female, well, we got a lot of female promoters, to be quite honest. They're cookout, so and I always endorse it. But yes, I would like to see female get more involved on a wider scale, to be quite honest, and work with each other, you know, support each other. Because, you know, there's a female, to be quite honest, in London here. She's a promoter. I always liaise with Lady Sassy. She always giving me ideas. When it's her event, I went and saw those buckets. And she was very supportive. I said I like them, and she could turn away or gave me the wrong link or tell me that she went to Manchester to... No, she did not do that. She sent me the link and I purchased my buckets. So big up Lady Sassy, female empowerment, girls power.
So what next for Lorna the Angel?
Okay, what next? I've got loads of singles, artists voicing at the moment. And I'm going to tell you a secret. I love the guest rhythm so much. Secret. You like secret?
Yeah.
Well, you can. This secret, well, it's in the open now. I love the guest rhythm so much. I voice on it, so I've got a collab with LENNY. So LENNY is doing his bit out there.
So you also are an artist.
Of course I am. From Jamaica, I wrote loads of lyrics, and I'm going to remix those lyrics because now I've got the rhythms to fit.
Artist, the Angel, Lorna the Angel artist.
Artist, promoter, producer, grandmother, mother, sister, niece,
the working class,
auntie, working, and never stop. It's embedded in my system.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
No, I don't think I'm leaving out. Am I leaving out anything? Can't we take a break to say?
No. Is there anyone you want to big up?
Of course. Oh my God, loads. God, I hope I remember. First of all, this is how I think I'm going to start it off. Mm-hmm. The first person I'm going to big up is the Almighty God above, because I don't do anything without God involvement. Then I'm going to big up my brother Shined, who drive and stop, and the traffic was in the way and he got me here this evening. You know what I mean? He's my big brother, and anything I always turn to him. We support each other. Big up my niece as well for my face beat up, and she's here in the studio as well with us. Big up Savannah, who is also a Cambridge student, and she's doing well in the entertainment side of things, filming, acting, everything. So I know she's gonna make it. She's a very excellent young lady. And big up all the artists on my album. The last time I called their names, I leave out somebody and I got a text in my WhatsApp. So big up Liquor, the legendary LENNY and the legendary KIRK. Big up Ross Charmer. Big up Simeon, who's based here in London as well as Ross Charmer. Big up Dirty, who's hail from Birmingham. Big up to Saros, Jamaica, Celia Wayne, Portmore, Greg Blaze, and King Prince, Anatabia. And big up my 2 sons, right? Big up DJ Dr. Flex, my firstborn, love them like wow. Big up Ken Dog, aka Kemry, my secondborn, my second and last child. Big up, the most importantly, big up the person who helped me to make this possible, my publishing administrator, Kali Ferkal. And a big, massive big up to my PR, Ralston Barrett in Jamaica. And big up all the DJs that endorse the same wine in America, Gweng Gweng, in London and International, in Germany, DJ Kevin, DJ King Kenny, and in Holland, DJ Kenneth, and all the DJs that endorse. And big up DJ Dr. Flex for having it at #1 the last time he played on UGMA 98 FM radio. And big up yourself, Video Ropes, for inviting me here. Big up yourself. I'm really honored and I'm chuffed, and I'm hoping that, you know, a lot of female who have the intention, maybe it's not every female gonna manage being producer, but the ones them that are doing promoters, or if you're thinking of doing producing, I mean, next year, or yeah, you might be sitting where I'm sitting now in Video Rope sofa, and it's really nice. I like it in here. Okay, give us your social media. Okay, I've got two Facebook accounts and a fan page. So I've got LORNA.angel, and I've got Miles Ahead. I've got Miles Ahead Entertainments and Booking Agents UK. And over by IG, there is Miles Ahead _Entertainments UK. And Twitter is @Miles Ahead. Am I leaving out anything else? SoundCloud, YouTube, Vivo, people. Right now, we're talking about that video, Same Wine. If you want to see the Same Wine and Liquor Lenny doing his thing, Liquor KIRK doing his thing, you want to, if you miss Harbour View Roundabout, the song is very nice. It's very nice. Go over to Miles Ahead Vivo channel, and it's over by YouTube, right? The Vivo channel, and press like, press that notification bell, subscribe, and share.
People, here we have it. I don't even have to do no conclude. She done it. Right? So people, like and share, just likewise with this podcast, because we're building back our community. We're leveling up. We're leveling up in business. We're stopping the knife crime. We're putting our young people out there. We're picking them up. So
one person, big up one of the director for Miles Ahead Entertainment's, Booger. That's Devon, aka Booger.
Blue Nile South, the restaurant that specializes in seafood dishes. 25 Meeting House Lane, Peckham, SE15 2UN. Open Monday to Sunday, 10 a.m. till 11 p.m. for takeaway and delivery. And now available on Deliveroo, serving breakfast to start your day. Or choose from the daily menu, including yellowtail snapper, butterfish, parrotfish, boneless sea bass, salmon, and many other seafood delights. Plus soups, side dishes, desserts, fresh punches, juices, and much more. Blue Nile South. Now available on Deliveroo. Or for takeaway, delivery, and table inquiries, call 0203 859 0346. That's 0203 859 0346. Blue Nile South, the specialist seafood restaurant delivering to your door. Find us on Instagram at Blue Nile South 25.